Talking about this Mets pitching staff. That's what dominated our show yesterday. They're just now being kind of laid out there in front of our eyes, 2 innings at a time. At this point in spring training, Rick, as a pitching coach, what were you looking for this early from your starting pitcher?
Well, number one, bottom line is that everybody's healthy, because the whole major objective when you get to spring training is to leave healthy. That's number one. And what's really surprising from Noah and DeGrom right now, very seldom do you see these velocities early in spring training.
Yeah.
Typically, everybody's about 2 to 4 miles less than what they typically are. So that's really surprising. And then the second thing is really the delivery, because you want to make sure that you spend a lot of time doing a lot of drills early in spring training to get the delivery down, because once the delivery's down, now the focus is on making pitches. And as we say to our pitchers, you're a professional glove hitter. Hit the glove.
And that's one of the things you mentioned yesterday was, I want to see tomorrow. We were talking about Matz and how he looked. It's so important to see how a starting pitcher is going to feel after the start, not necessarily how he feels on the mound. I mean, is that accurate?
No, absolutely. That's one of the things that I'm looking for. I'm in there. I want to see if he's out there stretching the next day, as he's playing his catch the next day. There's some guys that'll be like, well, you know, yesterday was great. I ramped it up a little bit, but I'm really sore today. That's not what you want this early in spring training. I want a guy who goes out there and, again, you can go and work on your mechanics till you're blue in the face. There's so many dry drills that you can do without throwing a baseball the next day. I want that guy. I want that guy that's kind of tinkering. We're fine-tuning things here early on in spring training and building to a point where then you're not even thinking about those mechanics and just able to fire.
Rick, you mentioned it. I mean, Syndergaard came out throwing 99 the other day. I was down there. And I talked to you about this in the winter. I thought some of it was fascinating. You had some ideas about how to stay healthy, maybe dialing it back a little bit from 99, even in games, to 95, 96, might help him stay healthy. He's talked about adding muscle, adding weight. Any concerns about that he may be going too hard, doing too much?
Well, let's talk about the weight first. That doesn't concern me at all. I mean, the one thing about Noah Syndergaard, and I'm dying to meet him one day and have a conversation with him, because there's an incredibly high price to be best. That does not come cheaply.
Yeah.
And everybody's got to pay the price. Unfortunately, you can't go to Target, you can't go to Walmart. There's no coupons for it. You got to pay full price every day. And he's paid the price. He wants best.
Yeah.
And he made a statement the other day, nobody's made the Hall of Fame going to the WBC.
Yeah.
You know, but so I mean, that's where his mindset is, which is incredibly impressive. But I think most importantly is the fact that in order for him to do that, you have to have longevity. And in order to have longevity, you have to stay healthy.